Some of the first Scots to be moved onto the UK government's controversial universal credit system are telling us tonight that it's left them deep in debt and struggling with their mental health. East Lothian was the first council area in Scotland to fully move over to the scheme, which was meant to encourage more people into work and simplify 6 benefits into 1 monthly payment.
The Department of Work and Pensions admits there are problems, but says that overall the changes are making a positive difference to people's lives. But 3 years on, residents in Dunbar have been telling Kay Nicholson a very different story.
Getting to grips with budgeting while on universal credit is a challenge.
Rent arrears, 63.56. But Mark was paying £14 a month. He can't afford to pay. We've also made a payment directly to your landlord for your rent. Then we click onto payments, and Mark's got all these noughts coming up. Look, nought payment. He was actually better off not working.
Staff at the Ridge in Dunbar have been helping people navigate the new benefit system. It's supposed to be a simpler form of financial support, but some say the way it's calculated is leaving them worse off. Recovering alcoholic Mark, who spent time in prison, works part-time at this community garden. He feels that's all he can manage because of health issues, but he says he's being put under pressure to work longer hours.
Get put onto universal credit, and the money that I was getting through my employment support allowance I was no longer entitled to because I was doing 2 days permitted work. I'm entitled to nothing now. Due to my mental health, I've been doing this gradually over the last 3 years. And it's taken me 3 years to get into doing 2 days a week.
Issues like those are placing more reliance on community projects like this one, which works closely with the local food bank.
People say, oh, you give free food. We don't give free food. It comes at a cost, and it comes at a psychological and emotional cost to the person who applies. It's just an ongoing catastrophe, and it's very punitive for a lot of families.
I have acknowledged the fact that people had difficulty accessing the money on time as one of the causes for the growth in food banks, but we have tried to address that, and one of the principal ways of doing that is ensuring that every applicant can have advance payments on the day that they apply.
If anybody does want to make a donation, there is a dish on the counter, but you absolutely don't have to.
This cafe serves up free 3-course meals once a week. Former shop worker Paul is among the locals from all walks of life who are regulars at this community dinner.
After being made unemployed, you apply for universal credit and they make you wait 5 weeks for your first payment, so you're more or less supposed to take the advance that they give you, and then they take it back off you at £66 a month, so the benefits disappearing before you even get it. Between GPs, the food bank and the Ridge project here, I mean, we're really fortunate in Dunbar. I dread to think where we'd be without that support.
The nearest job centre is 2 bus rides away in Musselburgh, but staff travel here once a week to offer support and find solutions. There are some concerns that people are being assessed as fit for work when their own GP disagrees.
It's not unusual for myself or one of my colleagues to write a letter saying that a patient is and never will be fit for any kind of meaningful work or even vocational work or voluntary work, and yet that often is ignored.
The community here has rallied around to support those affected by benefit reforms, but this is just a snapshot of an issue reflected in villages, towns and cities across Scotland as the system rolls out. The DWP told us that universal credit is designed to be a force for good to help people back into work faster. It admitted improvements still need to be made and said the Scottish Government has the power to top up existing benefits and even create new ones. But in Dunbar, patience is wearing thin.
Life isn't black or white. Their lives aren't black or white. Just don't make it so difficult for people who need a bit of help. Everyone I help wants to get back into work or wants to give something back, or they come and volunteer. And I'll fight for them, but I'm tired of fighting.
Residents here hope speaking out will force a change, allowing more people like Mark to rebuild their lives. Kay Nicholson, STV News, Dunbar.